Been so far a runaway game.
Talk about a terrific game for Flash. 22 points and just an amazing performance from downtown.
He is pouring it in from three, guys. You know how much I love to see guys knocking down buckets.
Defensive-minded Green and Leonard are the wings. Duncan is out there with Mitchell, and it's the chosen one in at the guard position. That's the San Antonio 5. Green's gone a perfect 2-2 from the arc to the middle. Stolen by Mitchell. To the paint. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Green. Here's Barnes. Green with the block. One-on-one here. Here's Leonard. And the Spurs scoring again. For a while, the Spurs were viewed as a slow-it-down team from their championships almost a decade ago. That isn't the case at all anymore.
You know, I think it took the viewing public quite a while to catch on to it. No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a one-footer. Come on now.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. Thompson passes to Barnes. The feed to Bogut. Outside Curry. He kicks it to Thompson. Bogut with it. Guarded now by Duncan. And it goes out of bounds. That went off Duncan.
And really no choice but to lunge for that pass to make sure it didn't get through.
Yeah, and that was important. Probably would have been a quick 2 points if he doesn't get a hand on it and knock it out of bounds.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Spates checked in for Bogut. Iguodala comes in for Harrison Barnes. And it's Barbosa in for Thompson. Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. And, of course, Tony Parker's so big for San Antonio in those championship runs. But word on the street was that Spurs coach Greg Popovich didn't always go easy on Tony. He really pushed him to the limit.
You know, it started back when Tony was invited to the Spurs summer camp before the 2001 draft. One of the scouts was really physical with Tony, really gave him a hard time, and that was really the start of his maturation process in learning to deal with the NBA.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Leonard, he's checked in for Aldridge. Mitchell comes in for West. Green, he's checked in for Manu Ginobili. And it's the chosen one in for Tony Parker.
And all of a sudden, you can see the confidence overflowing offensively.
Getting everything to drop and at an ideal time. I mean, they're poised for a terrific crunch time run here. And, you know, getting back to Popovich's relationship with Tony Parker, Pop made the decision to draft Parker. So he obviously saw something. But Pop's a perfectionist, and if you're going to play point guard for him, you've got to deliver consistently. Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Here's the chosen one. Andre Iguodala comes up with the rebound.
And talking about Tony Parker, Pop's tough love with him really paid off. Tony eventually became incredibly consistent, culminating with him being named the Finals MVP back in '07.
That one goes. Count.
They've gotten a bunch of good looks and have been absolutely lethal from behind the three-point line.
Yeah, defensively, you have got to close out and contest. Even if it opens up some driving lanes, you can't give up those looks that often.
And the wide-open shot from Green. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 6 assists here tonight.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one.
Well, it looks to me like Leonard is really feeling it out there. But why Leonard?
And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. Here is Livingston on the court for Golden State here in the fourth. Livingston is out there at Barbosa. Then there's Festus Ezeli. Then there's Iguodala. And it's McAdoo in at the 4.
Not phased at all by having a bigger defender on him down low. And I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation. But, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
Livingston dishes to Barbosa. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
It's all about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew up. Add another triple to their second half total.
They came out of the break just dropping bombs and just are not letting up at all.
And a wide open look for Iguodala. No good with the triple. San Antonio's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the 4th quarter. That's good.
Sound offensively, really no other way to put it here in the second half.
There's really no comparison between the teams in terms of the way they've both shot the ball since the break.
Barbosa kicks to Ezeli, and he gets it to go.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
And really something that the defense has to address.
West passes to Parker. The shot's good on the assist by West. And it's 9 points for Tony Parker.
The D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been of the three-point variety.
And you need the defense to stop the bleeding. And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Spurs.
Agreed, Steve, and as one-sided as it gets today. You know, Clark, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
You're right, Kevin. It's hard to think of anything that didn't go right for them. I mean, game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was spot on.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Flash. You can do a lot to change a game other than scoring, and it was his quick hands on the defensive end that put them in the driver's seat.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
And Ginobili with the slam.
I don't want to say they're trying to run up the score here, but they do keep adding to the lead.
Well, I know you don't want to say it, but I will, partner. I mean, they're trying to run the score up here. It's plain and simple. They're trying to throw salt all in that wound.
West outside, shoots a 3, and that one's good.
Well, they're going to walk out of here with a win and send this crowd home happy.
Yeah, you know, it was a real solid performance for them in a lot of areas. I mean, they should be proud of their work tonight.
Barbosa gets the bucket.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
Balanced scoring, Clark, for them. They're moving it well.
Yeah, you love to see teams share the sugar. Everybody getting a touch, everybody enjoying an opportunity to score. That makes it a lot of fun for everybody on the court.
You know, it sounds better when you say it than watching it, okay? I like better when you say it. Sharing the sugar.
You might want to cut down on that sugar intake, though, Clark. But anyway, everybody's been involved in this offense here early on, and it has a way of helping you defensively.
And they go to the intentional foul.
That's his first personal foul.
Off the inbound. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
At the line for 2.
And Barbosa drops them both.
Timeout Spurs.
San Antonio calls timeout. They're ahead by 41. We've
Got time.
13 seconds left in
Don't
the
rush
game.
up.
Guys,
Get
what
the
do you
best
think?
look.
You know, this is a timeout maybe just so they can pat each other on the back because no other reason to call it.
Well, they're really just being conservative, making sure they don't make any last-minute mistakes, I guess. I mean, I have no idea. No idea.
Mitchell. Green. the chosen one.
Here's Mitchell. Buries it from three-point range.
Just dialed in from the three-point line in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they're putting a world of hurt on them with the triple.
And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. They poured it on tonight, Clark.